Okay, today I'm going to take you through the Color Block Still Life project. So initially when you're setting up, you're going to want to use 3 different sheets of paper. One, the large one is going to serve as your background, and then you're going to have 2 additional ones that are going to be your tabletop. Then you will position the 2 smaller sheets with the corners touching, and you will place the fruit or object on the corner. You can use the key ring or a piece of tape, like a little donut piece of tape, to secure your object in place. Then you're going to begin to frame your shot. You want a shadow to be casted to the right of your object, where it would be as if it was sitting on a table, to create some depth with your object and make it look as though it is 3-dimensional. You also want the left straight side to be almost completely straight, because that should look like the side of the table going down. It's kind of an optical illusion. So you want to make sure that you have, in this one, the orange sheet of paper, very up and down straight. Then you want to press on your screen to activate the focus lock, and then you want to pull down the saturation. Now, if I were to do this again, I would make it a little brighter, but you get the idea. So lock the focus, pull the saturation down. Now in each setup, I tried different fruits, so I could choose the best one, so I'd have different options to choose from. You see me completing the same set of steps for each colorway. So when I was finished, I had probably 30 to 40 images to choose from, and then I imported them to the computer. And then you go through, and you can see me go through the editing process where I'm looking through the duplicates and I'm narrowing down the best one of each set. And then I knew I needed 4 different backgrounds, so you see me choose the best one from each of the different colored backgrounds. So this process probably took about 5-10 minutes to edit through. You can kind of see how I was working. I would go 2 or 3 at a time, eliminate and delete as I went. So any that were too bright, too dark, or the corners didn't line up, or it didn't look like it was sitting on a table, I eliminated. So I'm always going through, choosing only the best one from the bunch and deleting the others to make it more manageable. So you're going to see when I'm finished here, I'm going to end up with the 4 that I'm going to put together then in Photoshop. Okay, so I take the final 4 images, I move them to the side, and then I'm going to highlight them all at the same time and drag them down to PS at the bottom of the dock to have them open directly into Photoshop. Okay, so here are the 4 final images that I'm going to use in my quadrant in Photoshop. So now I'm going to grab my crop tool and I'm going to go up to my options bar and I'm going to type in 5 inches by 5 inches in the options bar, and this is going to constrain my proportions to exactly 5 by my square to exactly 5 by 5. And here I am rotating it slightly to make it more convincing as a table so that my orange line on the side looks nice and straight. I'm going to do this for each one where I'm on the crop tool. I go up in the options bar, and because I have sized my whole project 10 inches by 10 inches, each piece here will be 5 inches by 5 inches. So up at the top, typing in, grab the crop tool in the options bar, typing in 5 inches by 5 inches. Then I'm moving it around so that the crop is pretty much the same for each one. So now I'm going to start to select all. So I'm going to grab the move tool. Well, here is my base document. I'm going to put it on. As you can see here, it's 10 inches by 10 inches, and my proportions are not constrained. I also have put the ruler up, so view rulers, and I have also put up guides. So view, I'm going to show you how to do it. View, guides, new guide, and I put it at horizontal vertical 5, and then I went back in and put one at horizontal 5 too. So view, guides, new guide, horizontal 5 inches, and those guides are just going to help us line the pieces up. So now I'm back from my first one. I'm going to grab the move tool and I'm going to select all, Command or Control A, copy, Command or Control C, and paste, Command or Control V. Now it automatically puts me in free transform mode, so you see me resizing it and positioning it, and I'm going to repeat this process for each quadrant. So it's Command A to select all, Command C to copy, Command V as in Victor to paste, and I'm shrinking it down and positioning it where I want it. Now if you need to move a piece like slightly, you can just use the arrow keys to move it pixel by pixel. You could use the menu as well, edit, copy, edit, paste, if you wanted to. That one was a little small. I'm expanding it. And now for the last one. Okay, so here I'm pretty much done. I'm just moving it around a little bit. I'm looking at the top left piece with the pear, and I'm not really liking it. It's a little dark. It doesn't really match the others very well. So I'm going to see if I have anything else on that orange background that might work. Here I have another pear in a different color. So I'm going to repeat the process. I'm cropping it to a 5 by 5 square. I'm going to trade it out to see if this one looks better. So I'm deleting this one. I'm going to paste this one in, resize it. I do like this one better. I don't know if you can see or not, but the corners aren't matching up perfectly. So where the yellow and the green corners meet, I'm going to go in. I'm going to try and fix that up. First, I tried a mask. That didn't work. Then I tried to sample the orange background paint color and paint it in, but you could kind of notice that. So then I went in just with the clone stamp. So here you can kind of see it's leaving like a little mark. It's too obvious. So then I just went in with the clone stamp where you hold down Option to sample from the color, and then I cloned over that little corner so that you can not see where it was overlapped. Then I was looking at it and I didn't really like I wanted the blue and the purple to be diagonal from each other, but I didn't like the two apples directly next to each other, so I decided to kind of switch it up to see if I liked that better. So I moved the apples diagonal to each other, and I liked that a little better. So at this point, I really wish I would have, looking back, I would have brightened up the whole image, but at this point I just decided to save it, flatten it and save it. Well, I did go in and name the layers. You might want to do this initially. It might be easier. Here you see me labeling the layers: pear, green apple, pomegranate, red apple. And I cleared the rollers so I could look at it without the rulers on. Now I'm saving it as a copy so I can save it as a JPEG, which will automatically flatten it together. Okay, so here's my finished project, and then it would be ready to turn in at this point.